Hello and welcome to Mikey's Southeast Asia Research and Development Lab and Electronic Gadget Playground. Today I'm going to take you on my journey to buy an electric motorbike, or also known as a scooter, here in Thailand. Surprisingly, for a country with something like 50 million scooters, electrics are very rare, as opposed to China, where they're everywhere. When I first got to Thailand a little over 3 years ago, I wanted to get an electric scooter straight away. I'd built my electric Porsche 914 back home and wanted to stick with electric, so it's a no-brainer in Asia, right? Sadly, no. I managed to find one company based in Bangkok called Toyotron. I visited their sales office and found a wide variety of electric bicycles and tricycles and a couple of scooter models, but the styling just didn't work for me. Another major issue was the legality of riding it on the public roads, getting it registered, and getting insurance. Language issues prevented me from being 100% confident that they were even legal, so I gave up. I went and I bought a Honda Click with a 125cc four-stroke engine running at 120 miles per gallon, so I felt it was the best that I could do. Fast forward 3 years, and I was in a Macro, a Costco-like store here, where they had a display of electric bicycles, buggies, and yes, a standard-looking scooter from a company called UDA. The young man at the display assured me I could register it and ride it on the road, so I was back on the hunt. With some research, I found that to be legal here, the scooter must be able to go over 45 kilometers per hour, and the motor must handle more than 500 watts. It can then be registered and insured. I have 3 choices at this point. The first choice is to buy an existing gas scooter and convert it to electric. The second choice is to buy one from the factory, brand new electric, and just be happy with it. Third choice is to buy one brand new from the factory and then upgrade it over time as my desires change and budget allows. There are many issues with the donor scooter route: finding a suitable bike, major metal work, major electrical work, major body work, building a battery box and battery pack, having a Thai engineer review the design and construction, and then get the standard inspection and registration procedure. Knowing Thailand better now, I'm wary of the review and inspection aspects of this project. I also had a hard time finding a donor bike with the chassis and bodywork in good shape, but with a blown motor, and nobody I could find in my town had anything remotely useful. It's a lot of work that could get me nothing in the end, except being seized by the police on the side of the road if they decided they didn't like it, so I decided to find a new one. I found several companies selling electric scooters in Bangkok now and made arrangements with each one to visit over a Thursday and a Friday. I did skip the American Zero company. They are just incredible bikes, but are custom imported here on demand from Miami, and they start at over 1 million baht, so it's just way out of my price range. I tried to go to UDA first, but I couldn't find their office, and street addresses in Thailand are a bit of a hit and miss. So I called their office number and was told that they were all at the big Bangkok Auto Show, and there wasn't anyone in the office anyway. So that's a stroke of good luck, as some of my other targets were also at the auto show. I arrived at the show and found UDA, only to discover that the scooter I wanted is unable to drive on the roads. It meets the speed and power requirements, but I think they didn't register this model with the government as an on-road vehicle, so they were quite insistent that I could not drive it on the road. Next up, I found Siam SEV, but they don't have a scooter model in my style. Then I stumbled on Cineco. I hadn't come across this bike in my research, but it looked great, clearly of Chinese origin, great styling, powerful 3,000 watt motor, and a good battery pack. Unfortunately, the show staff was finally able to tell me, for show only, no sale. So why even have it in your booth then? I don't know. Last up at the show was Toyotron, my old friends from 3 years ago. I was happy to see that they had a new model with standard scooter styling called the TX1. It has two motor options, 1000 watts at 69,000 baht and 3000 watts at 79,000 baht. The price of the 3000 watt model was a little higher than I wanted, but I do need the power. When they told me about a show special of 10,000 baht off, that's like getting the 3000 watt motor for the price of the 1000. It's also readily upgradable later by me, given the large battery box and space for a larger rear motor and tire, so I'm not constrained for the future. After the show, I visited the EVT office. They had only one dusty older model and said if I bought one, it would take a month to build. I wasn't interested in a bike I couldn't see or ride, so that didn't work for me. Next up was Lion, a very busy shop with lots of small electric vehicles. When I first asked about the model I wanted, the woman said, "No have." I looked to the side and saw two of them sitting right there and pointed at them. She said, "Okay." So they pulled one out and I rode it around a bit. It's clearly directly from China. The styling is a bit over the top for me, but I think I can remove some of the bling. It had good power, but a very grabby throttle. I'd consider it if I didn't find anything better. So I slept on it and decided on the Toyotron TX1 with the 3000 watt motor upgrade. It's cheap money for triple the power, so it's a good place to start in the world of electric motorbikes here. I ordered it in black and it was custom built and delivered to my condo in just under 3 weeks. I'd show you the video I took of my first rides around the parking lot when it was delivered, but of course I deleted it. I rode it around town for a couple of days and really enjoyed it. Good acceleration, 70 kilometers per hour top speed. It's light, it's easy to ride, and has great balance due to the very low center of gravity because the battery pack is under your feet, and it's whisper quiet. I brought it up the freight elevator to my condo and took it apart because of course I had to start on the customizations. And I've got a lot of work I'm going to do on it, including mounting a video camera powered by a USB power plug, a JevQ electric vehicle controller, my Android-based app running on an 8-inch tablet, which will be held in a 3D printed mounting bracket that I designed and printed, an additional DC to DC converter to handle the extra electrical load, LED headlamps, disconnect the blaring blinker signal alarm, and clean up a few fit and finish issues. I'll make a few more videos of those efforts as I progress. So wish me luck.